Hello there and welcome to some more ramblings from the diseased mind. Today we're going to be looking at how do you clean carburetor bodies, or how do I clean carburetor bodies. So I've got a few SU carburetors which are on the bench at the moment that I've been working on for a little while, and I thought I'd make a video of how I clean the carburetor bodies to make them look really nice, because there are loads of different ways, because sometimes you get some that are really badly crudded up, others that are quite light, others that are just totally scrap. You have to throw them in the bin. But yeah, so come along and have a look, see what you think. So here we are then, HS4 SU carburetor. That's what they look like when they come in, sometimes worse than that. But this gives you a rough idea of the starting place. So they go into my cleaner, and sometimes the cleaner will give you a good finish. This is the cleaner I use. I've used it for many years and I'm very happy with it. There are obviously loads of others on the market and some are probably much better than this, but I'm quite happy with the performance of this product. So that's what I use, and because I've been using it for many years, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So what I do, I take a body like that and I immerse it into cleaner and I leave it there for a day, a couple of days, sometimes a week. I just leave it, and what that does, it gets into all of the muck and the dirt and it loosens it off. And then after that I then give it a good going over with the fine brushes, like little tooth brushes and whatever, in order to get into all the little bits and crannies and whatever. And as you can see from this particular one, they come out really well. It doesn't need any further cleaning in my opinion. I think this is quite a nice looking product. But sometimes cleaning in that fashion isn't good enough. They don't come out clean enough. They still have some areas of crud or staining or that sort of stuff on. So the next stage that I then go to is I put them into a media blaster. I've got a little media blaster. It's a brilliant little tool, and it can get into little tiny areas and blast all the rubbish and the crap away. Now this particular carb had loads of gunk in all the little crevices, very difficult to remove with a normal cleaner. So a media blast got it looking immaculate. There's absolutely no crud or anything left on this carburetor whatsoever. But I don't want that to be the finish when it goes back into service. So what do you do next? Well, next you put it into ultrasonic cleaner. Now this carburetor has had a media blast, looked exactly like the one I just showed you. And then I went into the ultrasonic cleaner. The ultrasonic cleaner made sure that every single little bit was clean, all the little holes and all the little places where, you know, media might be able to build up. And then after an ultrasonic clean, it comes out looking that. But look, now it looks quite nice. It hasn't got the peening of the media blaster that the other one had, but it needs to be brighter. This one's a little bit dark. So what I do now, I've got another product which takes it to the next level. Of course, the wife thinks that my workshop is a mess. What a mess. What she doesn't realise, this is a highly efficient, fully organised working machine. And if one person touches something, it can throw the whole thing into total chaos. Everything is finely balanced and tuned. So, you know, only people with workshops like mine would be able to agree. Others that work in a pristine environment, makes you wonder really. Perhaps they're real engineers, but definitely not one of me. the most crucial thing to look at when you're looking at carburetors is the seal faces, the bodies that are going to go into a sealing situation. And this particular carburetor, look at the corrosion that's on that seal face. That is totally unusable in its present condition. Obviously you could reface it, obviously, but that there is so deep that even if you reface it, you're going to have to take a hell of a lot off before you get rid of that. And when you look at how thick the flange is, if you take a huge amount off, look there, you're going to lose that bit there around the spindle. And as soon as you make the flange thin by refacing, it's then more likely to deform or bend. So what you could do with that, you could fill that with aluminium weld, get somebody to run aluminium weld over it, and then you could reface it, and then that would probably come back and that wouldn't be so bad. But that's a classic example of how bad some of these carburetors can get. Look at that, look. That's corrosion that's occurred on the outside. Don't really know why, but there's corrosion there, and it's actually eaten into the body of the carb. The thing is, if you look on the corresponding side, it hasn't come through the carb, so potentially, if you could reface this carburetor, it is reusable. I mean, anything is reusable to a certain degree, provided you want to put in the time and effort. Now this face here, this goes to the air filter, just a few bits of gasket on it, and that could easily be cleaned up and refaced. Look, it's got a seized in bolt which somebody's tried to remove unsuccessfully. You could get that bolt out fairly easily. That's not too much of a problem. But yeah, this carb could live again, but I've used it as a good opportunity to show you what they can look like. So you've got to be looking at your carburetors before you even start cleaning them to find out whether they need extra work. Alright, so now we're going on to how they clean up. Same with the float bowls. This is all SU stuff because I'm working on loads of SUs at the moment. That SU float bowl has just been bead blasted. These have been bead blasted and then inserted into the ultrasonic cleaner. And as you can see, they have got that blackened effect. Not black, but darkened effect. We want them to be sort of like aluminium looking. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to insert these into the cleaner, the brightener, to see if they come out nice. You never know. Now here is the body that had been in the ultrasonic cleaner and was darkened because of the cleaner. I've now inserted it into alley brightener. 10 minutes in alley brightener, and I think you can see, hit the sun on it, that looks really nice. That looks really nice, beautiful. I've just put the float bowls in, so we're going to have a look at those in a second as well. But yeah, look at that. In the sun you can see how bright that is. That is very, very nice. Even the aluminium spigot there, not aluminium, the brass spigot, came out looking really nice. So that carburetor is now in a position where it can be cleaned, ready to be rebuilt. So, how did the alley brightener work out? Well, I think, as you can see, carburetor, float bowl and some lids that I did as well. I'm pretty happy with all of that, and that makes all of those ready to be rebuilt. I've got quite a few other bits and pieces that I've done as well, basically getting myself ready to rebuild these carbs and then launch into my next project, which is a set of TR7 carbs and manifold. Thanks for watching. The thing about restoring SU carburetors is the pleasure that you can gain when you clean things up. Because unlike modern stuff, which is all made out of that cheap shit Mazak stuff that you can't do anything with, this is made of aluminium. For example, this is a dashpot from an SU. Sort of illustration of the kind of state they're in when the carbs come in. It's what I normally expect to achieve. And after I've spent a little bit of time cleaning them, polishing them, especially a little tool that I've got, that can look like that. Now that looked like that. I haven't had any carburetors come to me that are like that to start with. That is what that looked like. Some of them have got scratches, gouges, nicks in, and you have to get rid of them before you do the polishing. So it's pleasurable, isn't it? That's what makes it pleasurable. Another part of SU restoration. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.